matters no Kevin Taylor. So and this has to do with a former MASLOC CEO and the extradition no back to Ghana no Kevin Taylor babonting Wabeka Sadia found which you say whether she served under the NDC administration or not. My katasumu mwasunye because she's an NDC. Let us man a crime. Na ombefi the sentence which is a 10-year jail sentence no accordingly yenko na inkuti nsemwa Kevin Taylor wode etuja yeba yebetwaso
to come to Ghana, she needs to serve her time. Say 1 day or say 2 days or say 3 days or say 4 years. So if she wants to contest, she has the right to a lawyers. She has the right to the court. I believe say she has to be extradited to Ghana and then also face a year the court. Ghana let's put this kind of silly political argument aside. Adia enye. Ya besi achichiri maina momi enye honest about it. Yenim so obia on the political side. As I sit here, I keep telling Ghanaians, there's nothing like neutrality in politics. No. Metihai, my job is simple. My job is to make sure I keep the NDC in power for 42 years. That's it. I am not here to give or create any opportunity for the MPP to come to power. That is not my job. My job is to block the MPP from coming to power. And I'm not going to do that on the idea say I will say be chantro. I will say idea enya no kure no make say no kure. And I say I need to create an impression say NDC is filled and I say NDC kuno angels in kwano. No. What is clear is clear. This woman needs to come back home. Or your NDC, I don't care. Or she can also hire lawyers to defend her in court. But jail term she needs to come and enter the jail of Ghana. Very, very important. Into moment you're very clear about some things. Now you maybe a EDD agro na again say you bet my dada and nipebi I play politics with everything. No, because say these things are juma. It will become difficult in the future to prosecute people. Now, kind of a creative avenue be say Ghana. Beji political appointment. We are nipano nejani. That is what the NPP they have created. Now the NPP created a dibia to system nim. The young piglets, the young MPP, grassroots na omoba apni na edomutrim say yenya tumia ni ewia Ghana ni ewia sikani bia kugwa bruche ni akotena bruche ti se kufuadmo ebusuafo no e de say MPP for no what they do. That is the kind of niche. That is the kind of ideology MPP right now they are rallying around. Sanka MPP honest political party and they will be the people leading the charge to bring Oforiatta back home. But because the party from Ekufuado, Bawumia himself, who is basically a liar, and every liar, all we know is say Bible cracker, Obia Oya truth, Obia Kromfo. Bawumia being a liar, he would never speak on Oforiatta matter because on himself Oforiatta Jania would benefiting or helping his political career because on himself Oforiatta ba omo eba say obo campaign akromfo ni Oforiatta be bo mudin. So you see Bawumia is very, very lip tight when it comes to kind of Oforiatta's matter. Ekufuado Nkebi, MPP, so-called National Executive Councillor, and Kokora Mutua Fujene, and Brewa Sebio Omonufu Agogo, they are not able to speak on Ken Oforiatta's extradition. We are not supposed to be here talking about extradition. Ken Oforiatta is supposed to be human. The MPP is supposed to be a party filled with human beings, to say, we need you back. Come and prove to Ghana for say, from Kufuor to Ekufuado to the last messenger in the MPP, the you for. Now you are Ghana for ye the 2 more ye only 2 ma ye but they can't do it because the party the bile party no akuma ne bonyo no party na akuma dan yem no a party a ya kromfo party. So why would you give power to such people? Because then they go to Tescon and they go to the communities foolish fools who are following MPP. My idea in say Oforiatta ya ye betuma ye bi. And that is their new slogan. If Oforiatta can do, I can do better. That is the MPP for you. Do not underestimate the MPP. The biggest punishment between the MPP is to prevent them from coming close to power for the next 42 years. That is the biggest punishment we can give this group of piglets. Because right now, no, Omomotoni is simple. So Oforiatta, yeah, and yes, if Oforiatta can do, we can do better. We are going to steal. But when they are sitting on the sidelines. Samira and Akron for they are sitting on the sidelines. After your marking in a view for MPP for right now, can of take create an impression or party him. And a young MPP patriot or say, media minya to me, maybe yes, academy Johnny because can of tie. And these are people you cannot.
Abusia Kevin Taylor and watching in same say looking at it no say nyina ye name say ye ma me sedina at you no or ye NDC ni or serve during the NDC era and as every day she has fallen victim to stealing and causing financial loss of about 90 million Ghana cedis to the state. Now and a man for binu Manchester since NDC what power idea ma me your background sha or mo de court cases near de be brabras ama yebe hu ane say 10 years na kra she would not serve it. And a man for chum say, is Mahama president John Dramani Mahama really going to pardon this woman, looking at the detriment of a yesterday and sem no ese etie. For those of us are yen sheda enim and sem ni mu ye no and how everything unfolded and sem ni bedru say no we yebeko akwa kutie the details of the whole issue. And aside that, no, say no, baby extradition case na kwakudru no. Can President Mahama interfere? Ninyina ewo audio ebeko akwakutie no emu yenko na yinkutie nsem we embra na yento ansem no so emawo.
The United States Court has ordered the extradition of former MASLOC Chief Executive Officer Sedinam Tamaklo to Ghana to serve a 10-year sentence for multiple counts of financial crimes, including stealing and causing financial loss to the state. The decision delivered by a magistrate judge in Nevada follows Ghana's former extradition request and marks a key development in long-running efforts to bring her back to face punishment under Ghanaian law. The court ruled that its jurisdiction over the extradition case and over the accused person and confirmed that the extradition treaty between the United States and Ghana remains valid and enforceable. Member of our Legal Affairs Desk, Fatau Bayaga, joins us live with more. Thanks for joining us, Fatau. Now, can you briefly take us through the background to this case and what really led to the extradition proceedings in the United States?
Yes, Sheila, the case against former MASLOC Chief Executive Officer Sedinam Tamaklo stems from financial crimes committed during her tenure at the Microfinance and Small Loans Center. She was investigated by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, over alleged financial irregularities, including causing financial loss to the state and breaches of procurement laws involving public funds. So, Sheila, in 2024, an Accra High Court convicted her in absentia on multiple counts and sentenced her to 10 years imprisonment with hard labor after she reportedly left the country and did not return for sentencing. So following the conviction, Ghana initiated extradition procedures through formal diplomatic and legal channels to have her return from the United States to serve her sentence. Sheila.
So then what does this ruling by the United Court mean in practical terms? Is her extradition formalized, would you say?
Yes, so Sheila, the ruling by the U.S. court means Ghana has succeeded at a key stage of the extradition process, but it is not necessarily automatic. So in the extradition case or in extradition cases, particularly in the United States, a court's approval is typically followed by administrative and executive steps. So it includes certification by the U.S. Secretary of State before the person is physically surrounded. Now, there may also be some legal avenues such as appeals or habeas corpus applications by the affected person, which can delay the process. So while the ruling, Sheila, is a major step forward, her actual transfer to Ghana may still depend on the completion of these remaining legal and diplomatic procedures.
And she returns to serve a 10-year term here in Ghana?
Yes.
Hello, Fatau, are you there?
Yes, Sheila, I can hear you.
All right, so and she's coming down to serve a 10-year term here in Ghana, right?
Yes.
Well, what does this ruling by the U.S. I mean, so then authorities are in Ghana now. So in Ghana now, we automatic that there are further legal processes or possible appeals that could delay her return? Fatal, did you get
Hello,
that?
Sheila. Hello?
Hello, Fatal, did you get that?
Please come again.
Now, so as I asked earlier, what does this ruling by the U.S. court mean in practical terms? And is extradition to Ghana now automatic, or are there further legal processes or possible appeals?
Yes, so actually, this case strengthens Ghana's use of international legal cooperation to enforce criminal convictions beyond its borders. So, in fact, it signals that Ghana can successfully pursue extradition of convicted persons who flee or remain abroad after sentencing, especially in financial crime cases involving state funds. So it also reinforces the principle that conviction in a competent court can form a strong basis for extradition requests under international treaties. So more broadly, Sheila, it serves as a warning that leaving the jurisdiction does not necessarily shield individuals from serving sentences, particularly where countries maintain extradition cooperation agreements.
All right, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and that's my colleague Fatal Bayaga giving us update.
Though the extradition no the magistrate court no ama order no now, so it has to go through processes where the Secretary of State of the US no omunyina do munsabe shisha se ni ade be Ghana krana se be legal processes ni ade krabi to me a sentence amount for Jim say maybe through this no President John Dramani Mahama can decide to pardon her. But yeah, shebebia really if the president is going to pardon her or not. Ninyina ehunsem ebetoja yede ebeba besomo. Na answer na ebe sorry so no. Na no ada yede nsem bi